Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to wire a breadboard, or set it up and show you the different parts of it, and I'm going to wire an LED as an example in the end. And before I continue, it's important, I think, to show you a realistic circuit diagram. The points to note are here a horizontal line representing a low or a ground, and another horizontal line representing a high. In this case I'm using a 9-volt battery. And in the middle somewhere then you will have a circuit. In this case it's a NOT gate. Now what I want you to notice is that this low is not connected to the high. The only really line that's going from high to low is this one here. Just keep that in mind. So this might confuse some people. It certainly did for me. So I've drawn it slightly differently here, whereby I have a high line at 9 volts, a low line at 0. What I've done is I've put in a voltage source. So the longer line is a positive and the shorter a negative. And I've joined them, and that's a full circuit joint. Okay, and that is equivalent to this, and it's just that it's implied that there is a voltage source here, and that there is a wire from here to a voltage source and up to the high. It's implied. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about my batteries. Okay, I'm going to use a typical 9-volt battery for all my circuits. I have a connector on top. That has just got 2 wires coming out of it like that. Okay, black is for low or negative, and red is for high or positive. You should also note that I will deal with conventional current rather than the actual flow of electrons, which means all my circuits will be going from high through the circuit itself and down to low. So here's the breadboard I'm going to use. It's a K&H model RH32. So I think the first thing you should know about your breadboard is which way it's wired. Are the little segments on your breadboard wired vertically, or are they wired horizontally? And the way you do that is as follows. You use a multimeter or some sort of ohm meter. So I'm using a cheap-ass multimeter. Okay, just like that. And what I'm going to do is this. I will put a small bit of wire into any of the holes or any of the little divots in my breadboard. Now to check if it's wired vertically, I will go down vertically along one of the and basically put another wire in somewhere along so that they're connected vertically. And what I'll do is I will test with my multimeter or my ohm meter to see if there is a resistance between them. And as you can see, the default value here at 1 hasn't changed. So that means that they're not connected. So that that segment of my breadboard is not connected vertically. However, if I put them in line horizontally, you can see it has changed. So there is a resistance between the two of them, which means they're connected. So that means that these larger segments of my board here, 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 and here are connected, as you see, horizontally. Now, just to check the smaller segments of my board here, now I know which way they're connected, so I'm just going to go straight in and see it reading down vertically. And now I know you can't really see it there, but you see the 1 has gone off the board, gone away. Actually, I'll pull it back in. Pull it back in. So we got a 1. Now you have a 0. Okay, so they're connected. So I'll put that away. So I know that on my board, these larger segments here, 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 and here are connected horizontally as you look, and the smaller segments here, here, and here are connected vertically as you see it. So the next thing to do is to learn how to put in your voltage source. So as I said, I'm using a battery with red being high and low being black. So what I suggest you do is you wire your breadboard permanently with a high line and a low line, exactly as you'll see on your circuit diagrams. And how I do it is I've joined all the parts. I've joined all of the parts of my board that are wired horizontally, and the same down here. So this could be a high line or this could be a low line depending on which way I put my battery in. Okay, so that means that if I put a high here, this part is high, high, high. They're all on the same voltage, and same down here. If I put any bit of voltage source in here, every part of this is at the same voltage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a battery. So I'm going to connect this up like that. Now, this corresponds to, from here, down my low, up to my battery and back down to here. So this part here is not connected. As you can see, from here to here is not connected. Now, you do not necessarily have to connect from here to here. You can connect from here to here, from here to here, any place, so long as it's going from high to low. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you how to wire an LED, just as a very basic example. Now, LEDs are always put in series with resistors because otherwise the voltage drop will be too much across them and will blow them. It's a typical resistor. That's a 680 ohm resistor. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go for my high line and put in my resistor. Then I'm going to put in series with that an LED. There is an LED. Is that in focus? Yes. Notice, point to note here, you have a longer leg and a shorter leg. The longer leg always goes to positive, so I'm going to put that in series with my resistor. And then I'm going to go from there down to ground. And you can see that my LED is on, so I have from high down the high line to my LED into low and back into low on my battery. And that is how you wire your breadboard and set up a single LED.